deceptively tricky, but both competitors have practiced. Not getting...
Albert's falling to the low 80s and Salen's racing to the high 70s.
And with another champion right there, it's gonna get even tighter. Oh, Albert keeping champion to these long notes. But 6% is the difference. Oh, it's down to 5. We are running out of map though. It might not be enough time here for Salem to come back. This part is probably the hardest part of the chart by far.
Oh, it's getting close. 5% difference. 4%
Last part.
3% difference.
Yeah, with both players hitting all of these, it's not gonna actually even it out any further. Ooh. Yeah, ended up being kind of close, but Albert with a very, very strong start does get a big enough lead to take it home and take the first map. If I'm sailing,
Albert
yeah, I'm not too worried if I'm sailing though. I think it is one map of 11. You have tons of other ones to look to, and I'm not sure if maybe we can get confirmation who won the coin toss. If that was a Salem pick or an Albert pick, I'm not sure. That was Albert's pick, indeed. Yeah, okay, so that makes a lot of sense then that Albert would have an edge on it. You would usually not pick something you haven't practiced for your first map, unless you're playing some kind of odd mind game, I think. All right, Pellegrino coming in, Max Sandra.
Whoever loses gets $200 anyways, so no hard feelings.
True. These players are all going home with money, which is nice for them. And the second place player is only taking like $100 more, so in that sense it's not that big of a difference. But we're getting a Max Sandra song coming in here, Pellegrino.
Yay. Max Sandra, the very first third-party artist to ever appear in Trombone Champ. Yeah. Created a song and basically volunteered to make it years before the game was finished. Back when nobody thought the game would have any success whatsoever, you know, because it's a comedy trombone game.
We featured some different Max Sandra songs, and they're very different from each other. It's a very interesting artist in that aspect, right? Like, I think if you compare it to the Trombone Champ soundtrack as well, it's very different kind of stuff we've been featuring here. This one is kind of like a atonal kind of piece. The intro is microtonal. I know because Atune did for the Charter V-Wolf. But this one is played with HD. Yeah.
He's an OG, and I think this is one of his super early demos, like his Amiga demos, which he made when he was like a child, basically. You can get these on Bandcamp. Also a super nice guy in real life.
Cool. Well, it's an input, I think.
Buy his music.
What the competitors are. Yeah, do buy his music. As we head into Pellegrino. This is being played with HD, the modifier, which will hide the notes as they come flying in towards the screen. Both of these players are exceptionally good at HD. Probably more so than Electrostats. They have both been practicing this a lot. So I'm expecting great things. As we do see Salem missing right there. Will give him a massive disadvantage, but that's just because of the huge amount of notes being played. Assuming Albert doesn't FC the rest of the chart, he will have a chance to come back. And there we go. It's
there we
pretty
go.
much even. Ooh, Salem. Oh, almost.
Pretty much even. Amazing.
Yeah, both players doing really well here.
Oh,
Being traded back and forth right now. But a champ miss
down
will
a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, he dropped champ right there. That does put him about 4% behind. Ooh, but okay, both players do. 3% the difference. Very minuscule for this type of chart. And look at that. Oh, Salem. Here we go into the hardest part of this chart. Expect a lot of misses from both players.
How do you tap this fast? How is it physically? 3 fingers? 4 fingers? Oh.
Depends on the player, but we are heading into the end here. Oh. Not quite enough map left. You're gonna see another Albert win there, but another 4% difference. Not a big difference here. I think it came
Another
down.
close one, yeah. They both
Yeah.
went kind of the same, where Salient made a mistake early on, but then came really close to clawing back to the lead. Wasn't able to quite get there, but got pretty close both times.
Definitely. Did have the lead for like a couple frames, I think, but immediately lost it there to one of the tricky octave jumps, which are very hard. Like, those are hard in general, but they're extremely hard in HD, because one thing is like having the visual guidance, but you kind of lose that as well. You have to just kind of remember. One thing these players will do is really turn up the scroll speed when they're playing with HD, so they have like less of they have less time with the notes on screen in general, but they will have less of a like difference between when the notes is appearing when they play them, which do help them a lot.
I see. Yeah. So they need to remember less because it's just on screen for less amount of time.
Yeah. Salen's gonna pick the second HD map of the week. Copy paste. Another great artist, Ime44. Does Vocaloid stuff.
This was a fun one too. Doesn't sound like the other tracks. It's more of a rock track.
Yeah. Also, a lot of really like big jumps as well as just like Pellegrino. But these are a bit like I think the biggest thing about this chart is the remembering the vocal rhythm, because they're not very intuitive, and that's pretty common for this artist. I've charted a lot of this artist stuff, and it's all pretty like it hits you kind of out of nowhere, the unintuitive rhythms. So you have to not get too comfortable. We are ready to head into it.
All set?
Yeah, this is definitely the most recent song featuring in the championship. It was released about a week before these charts were released. I kind of just whipped that one out real quick. The song itself. Yeah, it came out and I charted it in an hour.
Amazing. An hour?
Yeah, it doesn't take that long when you have like 250 charts under your belt.
Jeez.
Practice doesn't make perfect, I guess. I was trombone champ, and 5% different right now between the players, but very early into the song yet. Oh, champ missed there for Salient. Albert.
Same pattern again, where Salient fell a little bit in the beginning, but is almost caught up.
Yeah, it's that unintuitive rhythm, vocal rhythm I'm talking about, right? Like this, catching these players off guard. This is not usually something you would miss the gap on a lot, but because of the HD, it makes it especially hard when you don't remember the rhythm. So you're gonna play one note a bit too long, and that champ meter is gone. Very close right now. It's less than 3%. Ooh, both players getting that one. That's a pretty tricky one. But a combo loss from Albert is going to make it so even. Yeah. Just a percent.
Closer than it seems.
Absolutely. This is one myth. Yeah, we're heading into the guitar solo, and then it's going to be like one chorus. Oh! Champ missed there from Salient.
Didn't really cost that many points, though. Or percentage.
Yeah, but Albert is climbing. He's all we're up to 92%. The gap is getting bigger. Yeah, it's a clutch of this guitar solo coming up right here. Oh, but it's Albert clutching. Absolutely clutching. He has not missed a note yet. That is not what you want to see if you're Salient. And now we are starting to run out of map. The difference being almost 4. Both players losing champ right there. This is not looking good. I don't think this is doable for Salient at this point. Yeah, Salient not finding any luck with the HD maps. Albert is a very, very strong HD player, so it's not a huge surprise that he's going to put up a good fight. But that also means that we are out of HD maps for the week. Albert being 3-0 in the lead currently.
I like that slide at the end of the song too.
Yeah, it's a good one. It just lines up. It's one of those things with the trombone mechanics in game where it's like you're pretty constrained with the 1 octave on the slides, but it starts 1 octave below and then goes another octave down, so it just very much lines up nicely. Yeah, Albert being the favorite coming into this, definitely. It's looking
we're
to
only halfway done.
It's looking to just make this a quick finish. But Salient definitely has gas in him. We've seen a lot of really great stuff from Salient the past few weeks.
Would this be a Rocky type of situation where, you know, Salient gets beaten down for quite a while, but then rebounds at the end?
It could be. It could be
part of his strategy, maybe.
Maybe I know Salient has been struggling with nerves in general. It's not that's not uncommon. All players will have nerves, right? But for him, I think it's mostly a battle with himself, you know, because he wants to be the best player he can be on tournament day, and it's a lot of he's given us a lot of glimpses of just some amazing stuff. So I'm hoping he can win that battle today and give us a great performance, if nothing else. We're gonna see Sunshoots Seaside.
Actually, I remember hearing Salient's solo in the solo contest too, which is amazing. Yep. I think one of the winners of that, which is something awesome to have under your belt.
True. We don't have any solos in the actual charts. We did have it in previous weeks. But for this week, we felt like it's just no room for a solo, because I feel like most players would probably just use it as a break anyways. So when you're this locked in, it's like you're not going to throw for content, are you? But yeah, Sunset Seaside, hard chart. We got an amazing background drawn by Space Kid, chart by Wolf.
Soda doesn't look happy in that background.
Yeah, no, Soda is not happy. He's getting shot at by the Seaside. But I do think everyone else is happy in the image. We are ready to.
Is this an original song?
No, it is a song by Ka, but the original background image was not quite satisfactory, so it would be made. For this one, I'm particularly looking at the solos. They're very tricky. The rest of the chart is no joke either. That being said,
Soda fans are not going to like this background. I know there's some of them out there.
There are definitely some of them out there, yeah. Ooh, 7 dropping champ, but we'll see if it actually matters, because here's the actual diff spike. Ooh, Albert not dropping really anything. Okay, this is a really, really hard part. Yeah.
It's the trombone dubstep mashup people have been waiting for.
Indeed. Yeah, I was going to be very surprised if anyone was keeping champ out of that. And I'm sticking to that statement. That's such a hard pattern. Yet again, a 4% lead for Albert. Starting to see a pattern here. Oh, player's missing champ right there.
Not over till it's over.
Very true. Ooh, almost a great opportunity there for Salient to keep champ.
I love a slow slide like that one.
Make that thing go boom. Maybe I shouldn't say lyrics out loud. That is.
No, you can say make that thing go boom.
Okay. Thank you. This part is very nice to play if you actually do land it, and both players are currently cruising through it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Albert. Ooh, this might be close. Ooh, another one.
We're at like a 2% difference.
This keeps going for a while. If Albert can drop champ one more time, Salient might have a way into it. But no, it's Salient to drop champ. And that's gonna seal the deal.
That was a close one,
4-0.
though.
Very close there. That is such a hard pattern to keep your finger strength in. You talked about it before, right? Like, how can they tap this fast? And I mean, just sheer physical strength, really. You got to be on point, but you got to train those fingers. And you know, when you run out of stamina, it really, really starts to hurt when you're playing like those patterns over and over, and you see the Salient starting off really strong, but losing it towards the end there.
That's why I said that whoever wins this is arguably the greatest athlete in human history.
Definitely.
I don't think anybody could deny that. And maybe the greatest person in human history.
Yeah.
I have, some people do complain about the game being kind of taxing on like your wrist or on your hands, just because like the constant mouse motion. So I'm sure there is some level of endurance, when you're playing maps like these for this long, 11 of them in a row.
Yeah, for sure. I was recording replays for these, and I have changed over to a tablet for playing this game. That was only, as you say, for wrist reasons, really. I felt myself just like tightening up a bit too much while playing mouse. I know Electrostats, the person in the finals, is also playing with a tablet, but both of these players are playing with a mouse.
Interesting.
So definitely possible still.
You can probably feel the carpal tunnel just developing as you're playing.
Oh yeah, I actually got it in my left hand before my right hand, though, ironically.
Because of the game?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's not actually. I just got a, what do you call it? Arthritis or whatever? No. Whatever the ritis is in the hand.
We need to put some sort of warning before the game about how Holy WoW Studios is not legally culpable for
bone fun
arthritis.
fact.
If you play at this level. Yeah.
Speaking of arthritis, Moonlight Sonata remakes. This is also one of those. Just keeps going. This is a constantly going map. Got that.
Is that next?
Yeah, it's gonna be the next map being played here.
Almost 12 stars and over 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a over and over. It has like one break in like before the middle half, and then it just never stops again. So this is one of those. If you have endurance, you can do really well. But it's definitely a test of endurance. This one more than anything else.
Long-awaited collaboration between Ludwig van Beethoven and Mega Neko.
Yeah. Actually, both 18th century composers. Yeah.
Yep, they both work together on this.
Yeah. Lesser known Mega Neko, actually Austrian.
Beethoven would be so mad if he saw this.
We are ready to head into it. Mega Neko. All right, yeah. Mega Neko actually did compose some of the Ultra Kill soundtrack audio.
Got some Bloodborne vibes in the background.
Audio.
Well, Salient's ahead so far. Maybe this is the rocky moment that we were referring to before. Salient was on the ropes, and now he's coming back.
Audio, sorry. Oh, there we go. That's it. All right. Yeah, Salient having a really amazing start here. This bodes very well. I mean, it's as I said, like endurance really matters for this one, but if this is a sign for what to come, being up 7% this early is definitely not bad.
All these games, every competitive game too, there's a big mental aspect to it, you know.
Yeah.
But just like once you start to worry about losing, you're gone, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell, like Salient from his gameplay, you can tell too. He does the bow up, funny trombone sounds whenever he misses, and he feels bad about it. So, very, very easy to tell sometimes that some players are feeling down.
Shouldn't feel bad about funny trombone sounds in this game.
No, definitely not. And Salient should not feel bad about how this shard is going so far, because he is up by 6%.
Jinx it.
Yeah, we are about halfway through.
Oh. So I think in the original Beethoven composition, there was a little less trombone, a little less electronic music as well.
Yeah, I think the drums were there, but that's about it. Sadly, he didn't have any drums, so it was mostly played on the hammer clavier.
He played on a Nintendo Switch too, of course.
Yeah.
Where you can't get these type of maps.
Yeah, he didn't have a gaming PC. He couldn't quite afford it.
No. Yeah.
The composer's salary.
They were a little slow back then too.
5% lead still for Salient. This is looking very good now, because at this point, he can afford to miss a lot. Salient is just like not missing champ. I think he's missed it maybe once, if even. This whole chart. Yes, yeah, rock solid from Salient, really. That is an amazing score, by the way. I don't know if you're at all familiar with the TT system we have, but I think an 87 on this is above 1,000 TT.
Amazing. That's a lot of TT.
Yeah, that is about like 1,100 TT, I think. That is again, this chart is also very overweight. Just to be clear, it's worth a bit much compared to what it should be, but amazing score by Salient. Really clutching it up, and it's gonna make it not a sweep. We have a series on our hands.
Got a game. We got a game now. I'm telling you, this is the Rocky Balboa moment.
Might actually be, like, because Salient's pick so far has been the 2 HD charts, which Albert is really good at too, right? So it's not maybe the best strategy. Maybe this was more like a strategy thing, as we're gonna see like synthesis come in now. We have the Dastardly Richardson theme coming in, a lot of really fast maps. Maybe that's just Salient's type of map today. We'll see. Synthesis. Yeah, 1.1k. That's pretty much spot on. Yeah, synthesis. This one also very tricky. This one has a lot of different things to look out for. Some of the craziest slides, I think, in anime. Probably, definitely the craziest slides in the tournament. But also there's like a lot of really fast taps. They're barely not errors, because there's like just a frame apart between them on 60 FPS.
I like that if you look at the metadata for this, the genre is just listed as banger, which I like.
Yeah, I forgot to share that.
Oh, is that the default? They're all bangers by default?
No. I put that in like a really, really early in development of the chart. I've been working this chart for like 8 months.
Oh my
I think
God.
just like going back and forth and changing parts and like making it as good as I could. And way back then I put in banger. I never remember to change it back to like, because what genre is it anyways? I have no idea. It's like math, electronic music.
Took some notes and remember that at like the 1 minute mark, there's a really fast and amazing part is what I wrote down. So I'm excited to hear that part again.
Yeah. There's like this dubstep drop kind of part. That was the trickiest thing to chart for me, because I didn't want to like over chart it at all. And there's very few things to latch onto musically. A lot of noises and sounds, but that's not the easiest thing to like make sense for a player. So I'm very interested to see how players do. There's also some really, really tough jumps in general, which is going to require like it's so easy to miss, even in the easier parts, because there's still big jumps. Even though the rhythm might be easy, like you can still gotta aim pretty accurately. So
it's so evil that the tiebreaker is a 6 minute long song.
Indeed.
So if we get to that point, it's just like punishment for both players, basically.
Yeah, it's the last final test. Who can fight off Trasum?
Hope
the
we
best,
hear it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good as a Trasum song indeed. We are ready to head into it. Synthesis.
With a period.
The track ref, I believe, is synthesis dot.
That's not good for the file system.
Oh, I put it like I wrote it out dot. Just to avoid that.
We got some Klingon in the background. Hey, this guy's got the notes in there. It's interesting.
Yeah, you even got like some polyrhythms in the top left.
Oh, cool. Cool background for this one.
Both players doing really well so far. Albert slightly ahead, but
It's early.
this is the quote-unquote easy part, so we'll see how it goes. There we go. Another player really finding great success there, but
It's a great background.
Ooh.
I love how it counts down to the next phase.
yeah, I spent some time lining that up.
Oh my lord.
Ooh, both players hitting that. That is actually such a hard slide. And these notes are so fast.
Still really close.
Gap widening a bit there, but they're only taking it right back right there. Back to 2% difference. %4 now. Albert widening the gap a bit. Okay, but both players. Hopefully this is struggling with that bit. It's a very hard part. Nice. Both players getting that slide. That one is arguably a bit easier than some of the ones coming up, but both players having practiced, I'm sure they'll be fine. This bit though is definitely the hardest part of that entire chart. Piano solo. Ooh, Albert getting a good combo right there. That's gonna give him a lot of points.
Madness. Madness.
Ooh, he's holding combo out of this too. And champ. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna increase the lead. Salem also did well, but that was very, very good from Albert. This stage, 5% is actually really hard to come back from. I'm a bit worried for Salem here.
Well, this isn't the end. There's one more after this. No matter how it goes.
That is true, that is true. And there's still a lot of song left. If you can clutch up. Ooh, neither player quite getting the position there. It's a tough one. But getting that tough jump.
Better than I could do.
Well, I will have to admit, I can't even get remotely close to this either. As a top 10 player, so here we go. Here's the very hard slides coming up.
Beautiful curves there. Makes me want to just draw pictures in the charter.
I don't handle this one though. Ooh, Albert actually does it. I didn't see if Salem did. Went by too fast. Again, these notes are so fast.
Yep.
And that's gonna be it. Albert taking another one, making it 5-1. Salem being put
It's an
on the
intense
ropes.
song. There's a lot going on that one, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's so many spots that just if you don't get them and your opponent does, you're pretty much screwed in an even match, assuming. But yeah, both players doing fairly well. But Albert is like having that like really great piano solo, having a lot of like good clutches on section to section. Does accrue a really good lead coming into the latter half, and that's enough to keep him in it.
So this could be the game match right here.
Yeah. Every song from now on is going to be match point. Salient. And it's his pick. We'll see what he does.
Well, it's a little advantage for Salient.
Yeah, yeah.
If he gets to pick himself.
He will, if he has to win now, he has to play every song anyways, so it's mostly just like, what does he feel most comfortable with, I guess?
That is
Obviously.
true. Which one do you want to hear the most?
Maybe Glitcher Remix, I think. That one would be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be that one.
It's
yeah, I do think Salient has a good chance on this one too. It's we had a lot of these this artist being featured so far. It's all like
48.
Yeah, it's all Friday Night Funkin' music, if you're familiar with that game. So you can kind of tell it's like the mechanics in that game is you have like a lead singer and the boyfriend singing, which you are the one inputting. But of course, in Trombone Champ, you're inputting both of them, so you have like a call and response function here, which is pretty cool. This is like the culmination of all those.
Is Yin Yang 48 their real name?
Of the composer?
Yeah.
I think that's their legal name, yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. Just the 48 of a series of clones made to make music for different rhythm games. We are ready to head into it. Yeah, we've seen a lot of Yin Yang charts so far, and this is definitely the hardest one. Being saved here for finals. Both players handling that jump well, but Salem with an early lead.
Quite a lead, almost 10% right now.
Salem has done really well. Ooh, Albert holding combo champ meter from that though. Ooh, again. Salem will still keep the lead, but that is very impressive from Albert, I gotta say. But Salem extremely consistent on these repeating patterns. A bit of a callback to Moonlight Sonata, maybe. But here it will change up a bit, the rhythm.
Almost tied up.
Indeed. Albert putting up a fight. Wants to take this home right here and now. Ooh. And with that miss from Salem, it might actually, go into Albert.
They're almost perfectly tied up, though.
Yeah, this is so close. Another miss there from Salem, but what we're really looking for is a champ break.
For a few measures there, they were almost perfectly tied up. It's still really close.
Ooh, champ break there from Salem, and on the log notes too. Not ideal. I put him a couple percent back, but still very close.
Very close.
This part is so hard, but Albert cruising through it.
Making it look easy.
Yeah. Oh, this is so much harder than it looks too, actually. Oh!
It looks pretty hard. Oh boy.
Ooh, but Salem clutching it at the end there.
Oh my god.
Oh, this comes down to like a single miss. And both players missing. Albert not able to hold champ this time.
Personally rooting for Salem just so we can keep this going.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, we're so close.
2 more matches.
Ah, but the champ break. And another one. That might be all Albert needs for this one. Both players going into this with almost full combo, but that's a 2% lead for Albert, and there's not a lot of map left. Yeah, he's not gonna give it, is he? Oh, so close from Salem. A very good showing on this last map, but just not quite able to keep up.
That was an amazing matchup. It was so close at so many different points.
Yeah,
back and forth.
The 61 score would tell not quite the true story, I think, but a well-deserved win for Albert, who will be facing off against Electro for the rematch in the grand finals.
Those were all really good matches. They were all really amazing to watch. That's for sure. Congratulations, Albert, and congratulations, Salem, for even getting here in the first place. Because it's unbelievably impressive, regardless.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
like
I mean, we'll be
that.
going home
Yeah.
with the $200, of course. So not a massive loss for Salem specifically, but sure, yeah.
Big one. I
200
like that
big note, yeah.
profile picture too.
Yeah, the cat.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to see the last one he had. we made him change. As you say
Uh-oh.
that. Yeah.
Oh. So now we got Albert against Electrostats, correct?
Yeah. Yes, yes. I think we'll take a short break, set that match up, and we will be right back with you.
Bathroom break. Everybody go pee pee.
See you all in about 5 minutes, I think. Yep.
Strive for a living, hairy arms with the wheel through my palms. Twitching feet make patterns on pedals, reflexes hold and a twice failed test. A pin and lance kept me elastic bound in the echelons of West One. Some chance of the outland journey kept me clinging to live for too long. Tucked in a car all day, came home and worked on children at play. I had no deal then, but I had 50 bank tapes down in a bag waiting. Heard of what Beckett's bunch as the LTG rejection that a few men, and it wouldn't be long before I wrote carbon cones. Only last week, I noticed that the colors of the lights in my studio are the same songs you conjured in my mind. Yellow and green. Green pea green, cherry red and red and blue. When my amigo reads from a disc, you know the green feels so rude. And your long summer dress fills my mind. Oh, I just wanted to speak up, make a coffee for the man and avid one. Drop these lunches off and take this and take him to a place on Dean Street. Was supposed to seem to involve the lifting of heavy bars. All green, soft drink, oh, hyper boring finance bars. A man of such small frame as that, broken to several spots a day. Asked, ready to be killed, even the hint of any musculature improvement. I'd left him dizzer in the bin now, but I was tempted to tempt him. When I had suit, attending our interview, subsidizing my drum hole coming in here today. Only last week, I noticed that the colors of the lights in my studio are the same songs I conjured in my mind. Yellow and green, green pea green, cherry red and red and blue. Just yesterday, I was walking by a flashing of a light from my studio, confirming that this time stretch was complete.
And welcome back for the grand finals of the first TootTally Community Championship. We have Electrostats and Albertsson in the rematch of the century.
Only the century?
Yeah, only the century. Sadly, TootTally and Trombone have also been over. Yeah. Okay, maybe it is some ancient history that I'm not aware of, but between these two players, at least, I am hoping we're seeing the start of a new rivalry. Because last time these two went against each other, it went all the way to tiebreakers. Both players just trading back and forth all the way through to the end, where Electrostat did take it. This time around, I mean, if we get the same thing happening this time, I'm gonna be very happy. But Electrostats, I know, has been training his ass off, and I'm assuming Albert has done the same, both on the real trombone and in game.
How do you train for this game? Just lifting weights with your finger, like carrying buckets of water, Kill Bill style?
Yeah, I mean, playing a lot of charts. I think we're gonna see Synthesis coming in here first, and I think just playing these charts specifically too for the tournament is also gonna be a big help. Learning them in and out, you know.
Definitely.
So this is Electro's pick. He did win the coin flip, and I know Electro. I made a version of this like way back in, I think, January, right? And I did give it to Electro, so he has some experience with the map, making it a bit unfair. Maybe he's cashing out on that advantage right now, but obviously the map is very different from back then and now, so it's not a total advantage in that sense.
And of course, Electrostats plays with the tablet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The pen and tablet.
Yes,
so we have
yes.
a tablet versus mouse matchup as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Electros has less of like a modifier player, right? He plays less of the HD, but in return he's really, really good at it on HD. It's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. On a map like Synthesis, a lot of clutch moments he might be able to take the lead on. especially like a piano solo, you know, like even though Albert did really well, he's gonna have to do maybe even better to beat Electro on this one. So I'm excited to see
Should
it.
be a close match. I'm really excited that this should be a edge of your seat match.
Definitely, especially if last time these faced off is an indicator. Hoping we get to see some of the shots we didn't see in the last match too. The dictatorly Richardson theme, Kang Fu Neck Punch, yeah, and in my mind, I suppose the tiebreaker, of course, but were the ones we did not get to see.
Oh, is that what Engulti Pracht translates to?
I actually don't know what that means. Engültige Pracht.
Engulti. Ooh, perfect pronunciation.
I'm not German, but maybe we could. I don't cloud patches in the chat. This one is custom made, for the record. Both this one and I believe one of the last week's charts were no, maybe not actually. Yeah, it's just this one that is completely new, but this one is made for this tournament, this tiebreaker. A remix of the last battle versus Stradom.
I have Google Translate open. Engultige Pracht means enchanting splendor.
Ah, that makes sense. I think. Is that a quote from the game?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Actually,
That's
now that I think about it. It does translate the mushy sweep, actually, true and very real.
So synthesis is first, we've determined?
Yeah. Just waiting for these players to get ready.
This is a tough one.
Very tough one. Electro starting off with the bang. All right. We are ready to get into it.
Round one.
Yeah. We'll see if the practice pays off. Electro's been sending me screenshots of his scores on this chart. So I'm sure he looks to take a commanding lead here. That's at least the plan. Going for the synthesis of the first map pick. Let's go.
Amazing.
As always, thanks to Space Kid MPX for putting that together. As we head into the first of hopefully many matches of this series versus Albert and Electrostats. Both players with the FC so far, but Electro, you can tell, is really good at this. Has already accrued about a % just from the accuracy on the notes.
We haven't seen many numbers above 95 today, so
yeah,
this is something.
We'll see how long it lasts with this spike coming up, but yeah, both players sitting right there. Albert also briefly in the lead actually into an Electro miss, but Electro will get some leeway, being really accurate on the notes. Get a bit more point.
Both in 91% for a second there. It's close as it can get.
Ooh, Electro holding. Not quite able to keep up with the top speed there, but we'll accrue him a small lead. Great combo right there too. And keeps champ right there while Albert doesn't. Lead increases to 5%. Neither player really able to handle that pattern. It's fair. That's a very, very tough pattern. There wasn't really a much better way to shard it, to be honest, so I kind of just left it like that. That being said, going into the piano solo soon, Electro is with a 5% lead. Very strong start.
That's a lot of notes.
It is a lot of notes and a lot of jumps, and the rhythm too is just really tricky. Even if you can't aim everything, just the inputting is really tough. Ooh, Electro losing champ coming out of it. And it remains
Lining up.
close,
Lining up.
yeah.
Both approaching 80.
Look at losing combo right there too. Oh, losing champ right there. Massive there for Albert.
Oh.
Because these are the spots you really need Electro to miss, you know? Like, I mean, this is combo again.
Wow.
Maybe a bit.
Almost perfectly tied up yet again.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
Both players nailing that transition right there. Neither player getting the jumps. So close between these players right now.
I want to see the music, but my eyes are just darting between those two percentages. Like,
Both players getting these tough slides. Ooh, but Electro getting that transition. Absolutely massive. That's gonna put him in a great position. Keeping Sham through this. Holy moly, keeping combo. Is he gonna get it? He gets it. Holy. Gets the entire slide as well.
he's got about 15 seconds left in the song.
He is clutching up. 2% the difference right now. And he's gonna take it. Electro stats. Ooh. By a hair's breadth. We'll take the first
That's
match.
round one.
Much closer than I think he would like it to be. That middle section was rough for Electro. Very
That was
rough.
tight.
Cost him a lot of points, but he does clutch it absolutely towards the end and really gets a slight edge he needed. After a great start for Electro, now it's Albert's pick. I do think Albert shouldn't be too unhappy with how that went, though. Obviously, if you're very close on the first map your opponent picked, you shouldn't be crying over that. That's kind of good news, because now if you pick one of the maps you've practiced a lot, you should probably come ahead.
Yeah,
So
it was
we'll
only
see.
round one.
The edge Albert has over Electro is definitely also the HD. I know last time Electro went for a strategy of practicing one of the HD maps really quite a lot, but not the other one. But he couldn't even then quite take it over Albert. It was extremely close on that one, but Albert did edge out. Albert will not go for the HD though. He will pick Sunsuit Seaside for the first one. He did really well on the first run versus Salient, so that makes sense. Seems to be a map he's been practicing a lot.
Round one, really short. Only 2 minutes, 17 seconds.
Yeah, one of the shorter maps of this week. A really long week too. It's really only Sunsuit
Mercifully
Seaside.
short.
Yeah. Vanguard being the shortest. No, Pellegrino actually being the shortest map, but Vanguard also being under that 2 minute mark. The only ones to be. That's also part of the reason why the tiebreaker is the tiebreaker. Would have been quite brutal to have it just in the normal chart with the length that it is. We are ready to get into it. Round 2. I think round finals.
Excited to see if Albert's able to tie it up with this one.
Yeah, I think he's going to be very happy to tie this one up if he's able to.
If this ends up being 1-1, we're in for a long finals. In a good way.
I think so too. And again, it's probably going to...
kind of holding the gun under his armpit. He's an interesting like super soaker posture there.
Indeed.
Ooh.
The Electro loose champ and some combo. But so does Albert. I think he did actually a bit better on this last time. Coming into this, Electro's going to have a slight lead. Plenty of map left though, so we'll see how it goes.
Been all over the place so far.
Would holds on to the champ meter for a second longer there, but I'm not sure if it actually matters that much, because that also means Electro gets it back faster coming out of the section, so it kind of evens out. But with that combo drop from Electro, it's gonna go back to Salem, then another champ drop there.
Neck and neck.
Very, very close, yeah. Ooh. Electro holding combo through that. Oh, Albert does miss once. Still in the lead though.
Barely.
To make that thing go boom.
Make that thing go boom.
I think they are in the song, of course, referring to the water gun.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not a good champ drop there for Electro. It's gonna put him a whole percent back. Ooh, and another one. I'm quite able to keep it together here on this part. Usually these kind of patterns Electro does really well on, but you see he's struggling. Can't really
It's such a short song. I think
Yeah.
Albert's taking this one.
Yeah, the way he's playing now, like he's... Look at this, he's not missing anything. He's hitting everything, Albert. One interesting thing to think about is like whether or not these players actually have the leaderboards open as we see Albert clutch it down. They can actually tell if they're in the lead or not a lot of the time. They can tell if the opponent loses champ. Albert looking at that like on the right like corner of his eye, just seeing Electro lose champ over and over probably just solidifies his willpower, you know, he's focusing even harder and you can tell from his gameplay. He didn't miss like any notes there for a while. Just hitting everything.
Yeah, I think this game, I think you benefit from just not watching your opponent at all, right? Just head down, focusing on what you're doing.
Definitely would be my strategy, yes. But I do think Electro actually does. I think Albert too plays with it open. Might be just a quirk of the system itself that you have to tab out every time you go into a shard. Some players just like find it easier not to. But I would still do it, yeah. If I was competing, I would definitely turn off those leaderboards because they would just pull too much of my focus away, right?
Unless you're kind of hoping for that adrenaline boost when you see
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
when
right?
you're in the lead. It feels good. So we're 1-1. It's gonna. Do you think
1-1.
we're gonna end up with another down to the wire every single round necessary type of match here?
You know what? I think we might. Because I know Albert has a really good chance to take both of these HD maps. And I know Electro has a really good chance to take, for example, Moonlight Sonata. I think Electro, looking at just how well... because Albert didn't have a bad score on this last time, right? He had, 83%? But I know Electro has the potential to do great stuff on this one. So... these players both have some maps I think they're very favored in, and in that sense, yeah, this might be a long one.
I'm hoping it gets the tiebreaker because I really want to see Engultige Pracht.
So do I. I think we're going to see it regardless of what happens in the standings. That's just how we're doing things here today, but as we're heading into match number 3, we're a long ways away yet. Will we see the same thing as we saw last time, just these players trading back and forth? Last time it was always Albert taking the first lead until the very end, where Electro took it back and got 2 in a row. Yeah. Believe we might have a spectator bug on this one, yeah? We can just reset that one right away. It might be for the better. That can happen, sadly. That's the thing about community-made mods. They're rarely perfect. Obviously, shout-outs to
especially
Electro
multiplayer.
Yeah, right.
Amazing that this multiplayer thing works to begin with.
Exactly, right. Like, there's such big undertakings that it's... It would be a shock if nothing ever happened, to be honest. But of course, once obviously Electro asked both the mod maker and the competitor here, can only really blame himself. But he's been doing a great job on the mods for TootTally. Obviously, not alone in the mod making community. There's a lot of people behind stuff like this, but he is definitely one of the main contributors.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see what they've turned the comedy trombone game into.
Yeah. Do you think it was like intended to at all be like played as a competitive game?
Nope.
No.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Because I don't know. It definitely has like a lot of really good qualities in my opinion. I think it's from looking at the game like component wise, right? Like you have the aim of a game like O's, but like a lot of the musicality you would usually not find in most other rhythm games, with you inputting a lot of the music yourself, not just rhythms, which I really do like. And especially I think the inclusion of slides really is the great. I thought it was maybe like totally unique. I think some other rhythm games like is it Autopie that does it as well? Has some like no, not Autopie, it's Archaea. Has like some slide stuff.
That was kind of the
you...
original. Yeah, the whole original concept was the slides. I think the original concept of the game was like some sort of arcade game where you held like a large rubber trombone, and just like these slides are just coming at you.
Oh yeah.
Faster than you could possibly play them, and you're just like desperately trying to slide in and out to match them.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, like, you know, but in real life, most songs aren't actually composed of slides, you know. So less slides than anticipated.
Yeah, maybe the slide part is actually the most unrealistic part of the trombone aspect of it, isn't it? Like,
you can do that with a trombone.
Yeah, you can obviously do a slide, but maybe it's not quite like gameplay wise. If you think about it, like in the sense that like when I chart, right, I'm not charting what would be logical to play as a slide on the trombone. Put it that way.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's not even. I don't remotely consider that. I don't even know how. I mean, I could look it up how the slides on trombone work, exactly which note they need to slide and which ones they don't. I don't really care. it's not my focus at all when I'm charting.
The game kind of works more like a giant slide whistle than a trombone, but
yeah, right. It's why I also would love to test out some different MIDI instruments for this game just input. Like I know that you can get like, it's really niche, but you can get like a theremin MIDI inputter. Would be very cool. And I mean, there's saxophones, so maybe there are. I mean, there's definitely a trombones one as well, but those are usually like a bit wonky. So maybe just go with a slide whistle.
There are
Why
some
not?
3D printable trombone controllers out there, which actually are pretty
nice. Oh, I would not assume that, but that's good to hear. I think I should try and get my hands on one.
I think there were even some plans to possibly make like an official 3D printable schematic that would like be natively supported by the game and would actually behave well, but
that would be really amazing, yeah.
It would, but that's also a really small audience because it's the number of people who play the game enough to want to want that and have a 3D printer and have whatever other USB stuff you need to plug into it.
That's true, but knowing this community, I think what we might end up seeing is that like some person with access to a 3D printer might be able to like ship it out to other people who want it. So, you know, this community is really good at like helping each other out and sharing knowledge and resources. So. Yeah, I get. Yeah. Makes sense. All right.
Oh, so they've been playing this whole time, huh?
Yeah, they probably were not deafened, I assume, going into the match. So it was a bit hard to yoink them out of it. Sadly, it does happen. But yeah, 91.6 is. Yeah, I was right saying Albert should be looking to clutch up, because that is quite a bit more than what Albert was getting the last time he played. With the 83%, that's a whole 8% difference. And that's okay. Albert did improve, mind you, but a 91 on this chart. If an 87 is 1100 TT, this is a 1300 TT, which would be about the highest score ever set on a chart.
Wow.
So, Electro is coming out swinging.
It would actually be fun to look up the highest scores ever gotten on these charts as they're playing. I'm gonna open up a window right now.
Yeah, you can do that. Electro has the highest currently. It's the highest TT play ever, and the highest on this chart. It is 87.8%, but it's on 1.10 speed, so it's worth quite a bit more.
There it is.
As we are ready to head into it. So again, to reiterate then, as they have already played this once, the way we're doing it is Electro has this in the bag unless Albert beats both him this round and his previous score of 91.6. So Albert has to improve his score from last time by 5%.
So this is Moonlight Sonata first movement remix?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
just,
think actually, I think Electro set a new high score then with that last one. Because I'm looking online and I see the previous high score is 21 million.
Yeah, that might be it on 1x actually. I didn't look at Electro's place. Yeah, that might be very well be the 1x record right there. It's a 1250 TT. So his best score on the chart TT wise is higher TT, but it's less AC because it's playing higher speed, and it's checking in on the match actually, not just the leaderboards. Albert actually holding a 91 right now.
There we go. I mean, so far he's on course.
Yeah, the map does get harder though, so we'll have to see if we'll be able to hold this up. But I mean, if you're looking to beat a 91, not being behind is definitely a great start.
This is strenuous, even just watching it.
Yeah, this is really tough. As we do see, here comes the harder parts I was talking about.
Well, I guess real Beethoven's kind of hard to play too, right?
True. I mean, the third movement of the Moonlight Sonata is very famous for being particularly tough.
That Beethoven was a show off.
Definitely. Have you seen the Ode to Joy? Absolute show off. This is a good spot to get some points back for Albert, but he is currently lagging a bit behind Electro. I have to imagine maybe taking it a bit more easy after that. Knowing Albert was quite far away from 91, I don't think he's too scared of Albert beating that score right now.
Yeah, true. Electro can kind of relax now, right? Because
right.
It doesn't matter what he does. It's just whether or not Albert can get over 91.
Yeah, and that's my way of trying to like rationalize the fact that he is doing much worse this time around. But I think that makes sense, you know, like because actually getting a really good score on this, that takes a lot of strength and stamina that maybe Electro doesn't really want to spend, you know, on this playthrough.
Vitality.
Yeah.
Resistance.
That being said, he's still in the lead for this match, and we'll take it again here. So yeah, no question about it. Electro does take this one, 2-1.
2-1.
As we get a bit of a Megalovania from Electro at the end.
Bonus Megalovania.
Yeah, I believe we do not have the rights to Megalovania, so we will be suing Electro Stats.
That's fine. Can't win them all.
I mean, I do think it's transformative enough. I would say a freestyle of Megalovania in the key of Moonlight Sonata remix is probably good enough. So yeah, Albert's pick will be again looking to tie it out here. I'm wondering when Albert picks the HD. Is he saving it, or I don't know what his strat is. I mean, he could save it. If he loses another one, you know, he could just pull it out then, but at some point he's not going to be able to pick it, so you don't want to be like too late in picking your trump cards, because if you lose 2 times in a row, the pick goes back over to Electro, right? So
what does HD stand for? Hidden,
yeah, it's just hidden.
Oh, just hidden.
Yeah, it's just hidden. And we will see one of the hidden maps coming out here. Copy paste. I think this is the one.
H stands for hidden and the D stands for hidden.
Yeah, I'm not sure which D in hidden the D is, but it's probably one of them.
Stands for both of them. The D stands for the 2Ds and hidden, and the H stands for the H and hidden.
Yeah.
But you do save a lot of time by saying HD though instead of hidden.
True. Kinda. Yeah. At least maybe mental time, you know? Mental computing time.
That's true.
I do think Albert has a very good possibility coming out ahead on this one. This is like very much up in his wheelhouse. He is an absolute beast when it comes to reading rhythms and like remembering them. I have seen him do some inhuman stuff on higher speeds, and I think this is right up his alley. Electra though, not a slouch when it comes to the jumps, so we will see. Ready to head into it.
Which song do we pick?
Copy paste.
Copy paste.
Like
so this is to tie it up.
To tie it up, at least Albert is going to be looking to, yeah. Electro off to a good start though, and Albert much less so, but yeah, first notes not the most impactful. And now it's very even again already. Yeah, Electro has definitely practiced this map though. Last week, like 2 weeks ago at this point, I guess, he did come into the match not having practiced everything as much, probably just because of time constraints. So having a bit of extra time ahead of this week, I think he has probably practiced everything as much as he can. That being said, does slip up right there. One of those tricky rhythms, loses champ. Doesn't do
tricky too visually because the note kind of blends into the background artwork a little bit.
Yeah, that is not a problem for these players, I will say, just because of a mod called BG Dim, which is allowed for the tournament, which dims the background. So that is, I can say that if I didn't know these players would be using BG Dim no matter what, I would not make the background this way.
Oh, so you made this background?
I mean, it's just a screenshot from the music video. I'm very lazy. But I did make the chart, so yeah, I'm responsible for the background if nothing else. And the note colors and be it whatnot. It's mostly just aesthetics. Because I know all these players, they will be dimming almost completely every background, if not 100%. So just to reduce my strain. Yeah.
I mean, at this rate, it looks like Albert's gonna tie it up. He's got
Yeah. He's looking amazing right now. Much stronger than last time as well. Having a 94 at this point, that's really good. 95 now.
Right.
And Electro, as I kind of alluded to, he's just not quite as good at like the rhythm aspect of HD, and will here and there just lose champ to missing the gap. I wouldn't say that Electro is bad at it though, it's just that this is really like amazing stuff from Albert. He's such a good player when it comes to this stuff.
Again, we've rarely seen anything above 95 at all, so pretty amazing.
Yeah. Does lose champ right there, but I think he might be able to clutch a 95 here if he hits the rest of the shark. That's it to last though, we'll see. No, he does it, Still isn't quite enough for a 95, but yeah, that is... We're starting to head into the same patterns we saw last time.
Yep. Tied up.
Players trading back and forth. If history serves us right, then we're going to see Electra looking to tie it right back up now. Or push ahead, rather, not tying it up. If I'm Electra, I'm probably looking at the charts like Kung Fu, I'm looking at Dick Dastardly, I'm looking at Vanguard. Maybe after looking at Albert's performance on Glitcher, I think that's also a very good spot for Electra to look at, but I'm not sure how much he's practiced it. Probably has practiced it enough that he's going to do well on it, but you know, like, you usually have priorities no matter what, right?
Personally, I'd love to hear Dick Dastardly or Kung Fu, because we didn't hear that last time.
True. In my mind too, it's been left out. In my mind, I'm very unsure about in terms of which player will pick it. I thought it would be Albert, but he hasn't picked it yet, so I can't really be sure. I know it's not Electro's favorite type of song. We're gonna see Dick Dastardly Richardson theme. Fun fact: I found this song from looking at a random video online with the first rated map in Geometry Dash new update in the title.
Wow.
That's actually why I started this.
I googled to see if Dick Dastardly was a real thing. I don't think it is. I think it's just the name of the song. But it's a pretty catchy one.
I do get like some cartoon character when I Google it.
Whoops.
But
Dick Dastardly.
I'm not sure if it's actually called that.
Nobody knows.
All right, we are ready to head into that. This is a very top-heavy chart. A lot of like quick rhythms, a lot of rhythm change stuff. It has some really like quick triplets into 16ths, into like that kind of vibe, you know. So I'm excited to see how they hold up. Wacky rate is still getting ripped out.
I found a Dick Dastardly Richard, but not a Dick Dastardly Richard son.
Oh yeah, that might be the added bit to avoid copyright.
No. The catchy one.
Yeah, this is a really fun one.
Reminds me of Shovel Knight type of music or something.
Oh yeah, with like strong hitting chiptune. Yeah, very punchy.
Or just a Mega Man type of vibes to it.
Yeah, those are quite similar, I think, in production, so that makes sense. We do see Electro with a decent lead coming out of this. Electro held champ the entire time, and I think Albert missed it in the intro once. Okay. Getting into the slide sections.
Beautiful
That's
sound.
a fun one. Yeah, these work really well in the game. Except that one, because it sadly does not quite work with the pitch bend of the trombone downwards.
Yeah, it's not always exact.
I actually tried to tune it to match that fact. It works in Altitude, but obviously with real players it's not really that effective, because it depends on where their starting position actually is. So you hear it doesn't quite line up for either of the players there. This is a very tricky part, the bass
Looks like it.
jumpy section, but it is repeating, so... Okay, we do say Electro actually losing champ.
Pretty close.
Yeah, very close here. Ooh, whoa, Albert is keeping champ through that. Okay. Castle curse him. Taking later Electro. Yeah. There's a lot of hard stuff coming up. Plenty of space for Albert to take this if he really clutches this up. Yeah, it's gonna be a while until we are out of these woods. Here we go, this is the hardest part.
Lord.
Still just 2%, 1.5% really, dividing these players. Ooh, Albert getting that. It loses champ. Oh, Electro almost able to keep it. It's such a tough section.
How much time we got left? Because it's actually still pretty close.
It's about 1:20. It's a 4-minute song this one, so yeah. Oh, it's definitely anyone's game with that miss. Yeah, we'll have to trade it, but that miss does matter. Oh, it's less than 1%. We are out of the woods in terms of like the huge stiff spikes, but it doesn't mean the rest of the chart is free. Especially the ending is pretty tough.
And they're only about 0.5% off right now from each other.
Yeah.
Not 1%, but still.
I'm wondering if Albert clutches up on the last bit here, could he gain that 1%? Maybe. Ooh, close, so
Wow.
close. So close, that came down to
Down
such
to the
small
wire.
margins. Yeah, because he did really clutch it up, but it's just not enough notes.
It's truly
Oh.
anyone's game. It's amazing. 3-2,
Yep.
but now it's Albert's pick.
We continue the trend of the person who picks the map does get the win. Which, I mean, if you want to see the tiebreaker, that is exactly what you want to see. Because that would mean that it's going to go to the last map if that trend continues. So yeah, we have the Pellegrino left as an HD pick for Albert. I'm wondering if, like, again, now he definitely doesn't have to pick it now. Like, even if he were to lose his next pick, he can pick it afterwards if he wants to put some strategy into like the timing of it. But then again, you probably don't want to win when your opponent is a match point, in a sense. So maybe you just get it over with here. Do the Pellegrino. That being said, it's not like Pellegrino is a surefire win for Albert. I think Electro has a pretty good chance of doing really well on it. But it is Pellegrino. So I'm interested to see like how this one goes. Like the copy paste was a very dominating win, but Pellegrino is a very different map. Like it has that middle section with all the base notes. And
by far the shortest, only 1 minute 30 seconds. So
yeah.
If you make a mistake in this one, you don't have much time to claw your way back.
Yeah, like to say Electro does really well on the base section in the middle, which is the hardest part. Like at that point, nothing else really matters. Like there's enough points in there that whoever does really well on that is gonna pull ahead, I think. But we will see how they do. I do think Albert really wants to win this one, though. It's going to be a huge momentum swing for Electro if he does indeed take this one. It would be the first time in, I don't know how many charts these guys have played each other now. It would be 11 plus 5, which is 16. Yeah, it would be the first time in 16 charts they've been playing together there that someone has a 2-chart lead. Didn't happen a single time last time. Yeah.
The top score at the moment is actually Albert's.
Ooh. I do know Electro does often play with score submissions turned off, though, so he might have something hidden up his sleeve. We'll see. We're heading right into it now. Yeah, Albert, very, very good at this stuff. Bit of a solo. Yeah. Both players doing really good on this intro so far.
Yeah.
You can tell like Albert's coming out ahead on the yak. Where usually Electro is really strong, Albert is just on home turf with the HD. And despite both players missing right there, Albert also does come out ahead. Ooh, that being said...
Oh, Electro is actually a bit ahead.
Oh, Electro! Clutching 2 of those in a row is going to be a massive advantage.
And again, there's such a short song, not much time for Albert to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be all about that base section. If he wants to win this one now, oh my god, especially with that one. Oh no, Electro is just so good. It's going to be all down to this. Oh, but he is doing well. He's doing very well. He's gaining.
Oh. Yeah.
Ooh, he's gaining, but not by a insurmountable amount. Ooh, okay. Ooh.
I love that ending.
Yep. It came down to the base and did Albert just like showing like he reads those notes so well.
Amazing. That one was all over the place though.
Yeah.
Albert started off
Man.
strong, the Electro picked up and then clinched it at the very end.
Yeah, you had to really like really like be sweating right there, I think, when he sees like Electro absolutely nail those octave jumps. That was impressive, especially on HD. You can tell like Albert is really good at that stuff, even especially with HD, right? Like struggles so much, and Electro just nailing that is so cool to see. But Albert does take it, and we are left with 4 shards in the normal pool and the tiebreaker. Will we see the tiebreaker again?
I think
It's
we
looking
are.
like it.
Yeah, we're trending
Never been
that way.
closer. Yeah. All right. I think we might see, in my mind actually, because it just flashed up on my screen. It's gonna be Electro picking that one. I did not expect it.
In my mind by Cloud Patch.
Cloud Patch in the chat right now, the composer of this song.
Nice.
Also the composer of the tiebreaker, of course.
Amazing.
Which is the custom made one for the TTCC championship. This one is an older song though.
Replacing a C with a Q is always fun. Just like when you replace a C with a K. It's always a good time.
I don't have that much experience, at least not on purpose, I think.
Try it.
Maybe
Next time you
yeah.
type out a C, just stick a Q in there. Or a K.
A new pastime, maybe. But yeah, in my mind, picked by Electrostats. I'm surprised he would be the one to pick this one, because I know he wasn't the most eager, in terms of what the chart provided. But I was also blindsided last time when he picked Lunar Fragment. Same reasoning, so maybe he just warmed up a bit to the map when he played it a lot. We'll see.
Is one of the lower difficulty tracks here, according to the star ranking at least.
Yeah, and I do think it is on the easier side. That being said, there's a lot of like kind of tech, if you can call it that. Trombone Champ doesn't have a lot of what you would call tech, I think. But the closest thing we're getting is like a bit of like weird rhythms and slides, I think. Like where you have to be like pretty accurate with small, short slides, that kind of stuff. Maybe really fast tap inputs, that kind of thing. When it gets like inhuman speeds, you can actually use some strategies to like input notes really fast. Like raking is actually a legitimate strategy, but as with all things, you do lose on the accuracy if you do something like that. So we are ready to get into it. $185 BPM. Not entirely sure why we even provided BPM, because it's not really relevant. For example, synthesis, I did double the BPM just for note spacing's case. I mean, the actual tempo is, I believe, 180. So.
Well, this song literally does say swift tempo in the background, so it's good to know.
Yeah, true. Maybe you are wondering after reading that title.
Yeah, swift tempo, but what is it?
Ooh. The champ miss coming out there very early from Albert. It's going to put Electro in a solid starting lead. I mean, it's not insurmountable by any means, but on one of those, like, we didn't say this is one of the easier shards, right? Like, I mean, it's still a 6.4, right? So it's not an easy shard. But these are the ones you really don't want to miss in. Both players losing champ right there. Now. Yeah.
Electro picked this one, right?
Yeah, this is an Electro pick. He does take the lead back for a second there. Both players losing champ, pretty much in succession. Very, very close so far. Electro moving his mouse a bit too quickly there, or tablet rather. I guess pen would be the right way to talk about it. He's barely a % behind right now, Electro, not even. Ooh, but Albert misses champ right there. That's gonna take Electro into the lead.
The fun part.
Yeah, this is the tricky part here.
Oh my god.
But both players keeping champ, although I say that. Classic Castle Curse. Are we gonna see Albert with the lead for the first time so far? Both players doing well in these tabs. Oh!
Can't end
Oh,
it
Electro! Electro keeping combo and champ. It's gonna give him the percent. But it's still so close. We are running out of shard, but it's still so easy to miss. But Electro is looking to touch it out. I think he has this in the bag. And you can see the frustration on Albert knowing he can't take it. Actually doesn't miss the last 2 notes because of it, but I don't think it mattered at that point.
Just 1% off though, and he was ahead for quite a while.
So close.
Another close
one. Crucial champ misses there from Albert, but I mean, it's still his pick. Gets to pick this next one. But I'm not sure how many maps Albert is confident he's gonna take now at the remaining 3. We'll have to see, but I don't know. I'm looking at the Glitcher. I'm looking at Kung Fu. Maybe Vanguard. You could bank on, like, the thing is, like, yeah, it's gonna be Vanguard. They don't really have any information on each other when it comes to these charts. Electro has played Moonlight Sonata. I think most people did on the record, but besides that, like, most people, like, I don't think any plays are even set by these players on the charts officially. So you don't have the information going in. You don't know how good Electro or Albert is on a chart like Vanguard. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We have, of course, seen Albert play already earlier today, so we know some of it. And so did Electro, of course. He did see him, but this is an Albert pick, and he's picking it not knowing how good Electro potentially is on this map. And of course, it's sure. It's a very tricky map, this one, right? Like rhythm-wise, I do think Albert is probably Vanguard 3. The first map we saw.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Matchup. Yeah. Custom made background too by Gloomhunk. Obviously, and most people know Gloomhunk for the amazing background he provides in most of his charts.
Amazing. They're so high effort. They're unbelievable.
Very high effort. And also very, very good teacher for other people in the community, asking questions about Unity and custom backgrounds and stuff, and just in general, very, very good charter. So exciting to see him in this last week too. Gotten a lot of Gloomhunk charts so far in the tournament, and this is the crown jewel. And Albert looking to make this the crown jewel of his performance here tonight.
Yeah, so this is the one that'll either tie it up or it'll be Electrostats' point to win it next
yes. Very important one to win for Albert, of course, but you could say that about any chart that is left.
Yeah, but if he loses this one, then the pressure's on big time next with the next
Very true.
So that would be difficult.
But also a very good start, yeah. They did very well in this last time too, let's be real, but that doesn't make this any less impressive. Oh, holy moly, he is hitting all this. I mean, so is Electro though, and he's gonna actually do a bit better on that section. Looking to tie it up right here.
Is that a satellite trombone?
Yeah. The reference to the original artwork of the album, which is I believe this is from a Sputnik album.
Got it.
The album name. Albert
been a trombone
with the champ. Very, very big combo from Albert. But Electro getting champ into these notes, that's also huge. Albert with a 3% lead right now. the biggest display, catching both players. Ooh, great combo from Electro coming into this. It's gonna make it close, but we are running out of map. Albert might have this one if he clutches it. And he will take it. Oh my goodness,
go.
it's 4-4.
Tied up yet again.
Oh. These players just cannot stop delivering.
This is the rivalry of a century.
We are 2 maps away from going to tiebreaker yet again. For the second time in 2 weeks. Between these players. And we are left with 2 maps of the regular pool. It's Kung Fu Neko Punch, which we haven't seen yet, and Glitcher. Which I think Albert did really well in Glitcher, but it was a bit shaky. He hits parts that were harder than the parts he missed on, if you put it that way, right? So if he shores up that gameplay and hits the easier parts, I think he's gonna be absolutely terrifying in that one.
And I mentioned this earlier, but if we get to the tiebreaker, that's a 6.5 minute tiebreaker. So that's,
yeah.
I mean, it's fun, but that's also a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a very, very difficult chart as well. Very difficult. It's a bit underrated, I would say, at 9.9. I think it's a bit harder than that. But
well, even just the time. I mean, even an easy song after 6.5 minutes, is not an easy song anymore.
Oh, definitely. We saw that with the last week's tiebreaker, which was Luna, which was, I think, the easiest chart star rating-wise, maybe. At least close to it. But a very long song at 5 minutes 40, I think. And this one is even longer and much harder song, so definitely going to require a lot of stamina. Glitcher, not as long, 3 minutes, but still a very technical map. A lot of quick, snappy jumps and quick inputs. So. Shoutouts to Norway in Twitch chat. We are ready to head into Glitcher. And no matter what, we're seeing Kung Fu Neko Punch being played, but the question is, will we see tiebreakers? It's not going to be decided here anyways. The winner of this one is going to go to match point. And look to deny the other one the chance of a tiebreaker.
Shout out to the Netherlands.
Ooh. Okay, Electro with the 1 miss so far. So Albert also missed actually, yeah, I didn't miss that bit. Ooh, okay, oh. Calm down, Electro. Ooh, both players so close to taking that one, but this is something you also see a lot. When you have like a really hard section, you actually end up missing coming out of it a lot of the time because you're so focused on the hard part that you end up not being ready for the easy part. And you saw that happen to Electro right there. That's going to give Albert a slight lead, but it's so slight.
Really close.
Both players missing here, but Electro coming out a bit ahead.
I guess technically, but if we're talking like 0.4% difference.
Yeah, this is basically the same score. Because we know both players are going to miss at some point. The question is going to be who's going to miss the most. Well, Electro does find one right there, and another one. But he shouldn't be too worried. Yeah, he's... Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, but that's the champ miss. Right back to Albert. But it's all probably going to come down to this section. Who can clutch these patterns right here? Albert with the champ loss.
You know what the closest match we've had so far is in like the entire, tournament?
Yeah.
Percentage-wise? I'm curious if you know.
Oh, you're asking. I don't remember. It was one that was really close, but my head is so focused on like the moment to moment, and right now in this moment we have a 0.2 difference between these players. It's so close.
Someone in chat says there is a 0.03% difference in one of the matches.
Holy.
But
Yeah,
actually, here
that's
we're almost
ridiculously close. Yeah, it's been traded right back and forth right now. Oh. Who can clutch it up? Both players can clutch it up. And right now that means Albert is in the lead. By about 1%. That's a very good lead to have into this last section. Ooh, Electro with this combo loss. That's... And another one. Tragic to see for him. That's probably going to lock him out of contention here.
Oof.
And indeed it will. Albert, for the first time this series, will take the lead
Yeah.
and take Electro to match point.
4-5. That was a really close one. Again, for half of that match, they were like
Really
0.2% away. So
Yeah. That came down to like nerves. That came down to such small differences in precision.
now we got Kang Fu for the first time of the night, actually.
Will we see it end here? Will Albert just remove the chances of a tiebreaker, or is Electro, as he has done so many times before, gonna be able to clutch it up and take us to chart number 11? We will see. It's the first time we're seeing Kang Fu.
I like the song a lot. We've been watching
Yeah.
a lot of Ranma, and their music kind of reminds me of some of the really strange music from Ranma.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think this is one of those you call like Chinese music inspired, right? Because it's not actual. Yeah. But it has a lot of like these triplet patterns. I know Electro is really good at these, and generally this requires like a lot of timing on your inputs. I really struggled when I was playing this for the replays of the showcase. You need to be so snappy for these patterns, but no, I think Electro has a really good shot to tie it up here. We'll see if he's able to lock it in and take us to tiebreakers.
This could be it, though.
This could definitely be it. The nerves has to be absolutely filling the room right now for both these players. As we are ready to head into it. Chart number 10. Match point for Albert. Electro needs this win to be in contention for rank or the number 1 spot.
Well, I hope Electro wins because I want to see it go to the tiebreaker.
I think we all do.
Because that's good drama. That's
well,
good
everybody except Albert, maybe. I do think.
drama.
Yeah, if Albert doesn't want that.
There's a nice background too, actually.
Albert doing really well so far. Already accrued like a 3% lead. Oh, both players busy right there though.
Well, early.
We have not yet headed into the triplet patterns though. They're coming up right here.
Chungle McPungle.
Yeah. Ooh, Electro hitting those. He is hitting those actually. Ooh, he's hitting those really well. That's gonna give him the lead by 2%. He has not missed a single one of these triplets so far. Okay, he just kind of missed the edge on that one. I mean, he's not missed the triplets themselves, but he did miss the note succeeding them. But
Got about a 6% lead.
Yeah, that's massive. Those are really hard patterns, but like losing champ on them, losing combo on them, it will drop your points a lot. Electro has hit all of them. Both players locked in right now. Ooh, I said that. Albert does miss. Yeah, Albert not as steady. I mean, you see Electro even miss on one of those, but Albert just cannot hit those consistently. And that's going to be his downfall, I think, of this map. Because as you see, like that's a very, very sizable portion of what this chart is about. So even though it's doing really well on these other parts, it's a 6% difference.
Yeah, 6 is quite a bit.
Yeah, and we're above halfway through it here. Electro's just not missing. He refuses to miss.
the pressure is kind of more on Albert, I'd say, because
Oh yeah,
when you're in the situation where, like, this is the game point, it gets to your head a little bit.
definitely. And Electro just absolutely locked in. Look at these combos. It's gonna happen. We're going to the tiebreakers.
Absolutely.
With a 5% difference.
And there we have it.
Electro ties it up. And that means
4-4.
we could not have a more poetic finish of the TootTally
That's just good cinema. This is art.
Community
basically.
Championship. Indeed it is.
The story being
And-
told here is one for the ages.
They will be talking about this for years to come. For the final,
I wish I knew how to pronounce it.
yeah, and
Endgültige
Gültige
Pracht.
Pracht. Yeah.
It sounds like a
It's
final
fun.
song, doesn't it?
The final shard of this match, the final shard of the entire championships, is all coming down to this. Everything is on the line for these players. For the second time that they have faced each other, we are going to tiebreakers.
This
And
is
it's
the
gonna
most
be
important moment in both of their lives, for sure.
I think
Maybe
this is
in
the
all
most
of our lives.
important moment in history in general. As we say hello to Dom.
Hi, just a quick reminder that if Albert wins, this is a bracket reset. He has to win 2 sets due to being from loser's bracket.
Yes, I don't know what map they're playing, but that is true, as we hear
2
from.
sets, so you'd have to win another set of
Yeah,
6.
no. Do they? I'm actually not sure.
Well,
I could
Guess
read
we'll
up on
cross
the
that
rules,
bridge
but
when we get to it.
yeah.
Good lord.
Okay, suddenly I'm rooting for Electrostats to take this one,
Yeah.
just for my own sanity. But I think for the viewers, they don't really mind either way, do they? So yeah, let's head into it. It is not winner takes all, I suppose. Then, thanks for the reminder. It is Electro
Well-
takes all. Albert takes.
Reset.
Upper tone for both players.
6 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yes. We've been here before, though. 2 weeks ago, we saw this exact scenario: tiebreakers versus Electrostats and Albertson. And Electro took it.
recognize that.
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, that's fine. Electro with a solid lead going into it, but this is a very tech-heavy map. We talked about it a bit before about what a map can have in terms of difficulty, and this has a lot of the techy slides and rhythms. Electro with the
I'd like to
7% lead.
This is how Mozart would have written it if he had the technology available to him.
I kind of want to say yes for the joke, but I feel like I'm gonna awaken some kind of evil spirit of Trasum if I do say something like that.
That's true.
Electro with a solid lead going into this.
Good lord.
Yeah, these taps are brutal. So are these slides. You see both players missing it right there. Electro has champ though. That's gonna give him a sizable amount of points, given these notes playing.
There's also a 6-minute song, so there's lots of time for things to turn around.
Oh, absolutely.
Epilepsy one.
Rest in peace, bitrate, I suppose. I don't think we thought about this quite when we were designing the background.
That's a lot of bits.
But Electro has increased the lead to almost or above 10% actually. The thing about Electro, for those who know him from the Beat Saber community, he is actually really good when it comes to endurance. He is a dominant player if there ever is one, and I think that also applies to his trombone champ game.
Look at these slides. That's beautiful.
Indeed. That only means that Electro or Albert is going to be facing an uphill battle right here, being behind by this much into a player that is really good at keeping it going.
Wow, actually,
Ooh.
Albert was keeping champ to those for quite a while.
Yeah, both players doing really well on that pattern. And Albert coming out with champ. Again. Not as long notes, but it's a slight increase in points, and he has lessened the gap by about 3%.
Nice little breather.
Yeah, Electro loses champ right there too. Misses the gap. Still a very good lead for him. As we are about halfway through the song. Of course, a very long one, this.
Yep.
Lead has shrunk to 7%. This is also quite a breather for these players. These slides are not that hard to combo on.
It's not good for Albert because he doesn't have much opportunity to regain his lead at this point.
That is true.
Slides.
There will be more chances coming up right here soon, though.
Hey, how come it says 225 in the background art, but 226 in the metadata?
EPM changes.
Oh!
Indeed. Oh, Albert holding combo right there. No, actually losing it on the slide itself. Unlucky.
It's been about a 6% difference for quite a while.
Yeah. Holding strong right now. But Electro is about to get champ back. He immediately loses it. It does not matter. But now it's Albert getting champ. And a chance to get some points back. Ooh, Albert with a good tech right there. Cheeses that slide. In a clever way. Still loses combo on the note right after, but it's down to a 5%. But I think we are at the very last section here now. And Electro is doing better.
Yeah.
Oh, Electro is doing so well. He's holding champ.
I
It's
can't
do
even
or
hear the
die.
music anymore. I just hear a series of slapping sounds, basically.
Oh, that's champ going into this. As we head into the final ending here, I do think Electro might have a big enough lead. And that means Unless these notes have something to say about it. I doubt it though. We have the winner
That's it.
of our first championship.
There we go. Electrostats taking it home. Congratulations. What a that was amazing to watch. I can't believe it came down to the tiebreaker.
We could not have scripted a better finals if we wanted to. Electrostats has become the trombone champ, the first official trombone champ, or should I say unofficial, really, but as official you can be, I think. A singular person. We are all the trombone champ after all, but well, at least the ones of us that have become the trombone champ again, but Electrostats is the most trombone champion of all trombone champs as of this moment. Congratulations so much to Electrostats. He will be taking home the cash prize, which is now actually more than $500. We've been saying $500, but it has become how much?
Is the pool.
What is hold on. $760 and some cents. It's actually the cash prize right now. Which is pretty sizable, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. In 2024 dollars, that's like 2 dozen eggs.
Indeed. Guess it's time to start round of thanking. Of course, then we should thank everybody who has contributed to the prize pool. Since we were on that topic, thank you to all the competitors. We will be doing more official thanks and stuff, I think. Maybe depends on if Grist is looking to come in. But in the meantime, I will continue. Yes, thank you so much to all competitors. Could not have done any of this without you. Congratulations again to Electro for winning it, but also to Albert and Salem for participating today in the top 3. Amazing performances all around. Very happy to see we made it all the way to the tiebreaker.
And thank you, Silver, for hosting and commentating.
Yeah, thank you for joining me,
Of course.
Mr. George. Been very, very fun to have you.
I'm here to help the champ. That is my job.
We need
And
George
it's nice to leave the card scene once in a while. I'm always just chilling by those cards, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine. Not a lot of visits there after you like complete your collection.
It's true. I've never actually seen someone play the game before. I've only just seen them purchase cards and give me cards. So it's interesting to see what this is all about.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, thank you to everybody who has been organizing behind the scenes. To Sarah for doing the streams, to Gris for managing the whole thing. Yeah,
People who made all the artwork. I mean, look at this insanely professional logo. All these motion graphics.
Very nice. Thank you to all the charters for providing good charts. Especially a extra shout out to Beowulf for taking on the responsibility of checking the copyright of everything so that we are on the good side of the law when it comes to the music we are distributing here. We really wanted this event to be completely copyright, what do you call it?
Good. Copyright good.
Good. Copyright good, indeed. Yeah.
And also it means it won't be muted on Twitch too, which is the extra bonus, of course.
Sadly, some of the tracks do still trigger the auto mute.
Oh.
We could technically, I think, combat that, but I don't think it's a massive point. The biggest thing is not getting on the bad side of any artists. So we have been messaging people personally. We have been very meticulously been checking what's licensed here and there. A lot of music is obviously licensed under Creative Commons, different versions of that, and you can use it freely, but other stuff like... Yes, I would love to. We're going to be doing some interviews with, I assume, both the competitors. See how it feels to be a trombone champ and how it feels to almost be the trombone champ. It must be a great feeling either way. Fair enough.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Albert. How are you feeling? That was a nail biter.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, of course I'm sad because not winning, but it was a great fucking match. I didn't expect to win either, so I did way better than I expected. So overall, I'm very happy about this.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear you say that, to be honest, because you did amazing in so many of these charts, and it really come down to like such tiny differences. Like could have gone
Yeah,
this way, could have gone
definitely.
that way, you know.
I mean, I did PB on like 4 of them, so
Oh man,
I've really
Amazing.
been playing out of my mind today.
yeah, that's great to hear. Yeah, sadly not quite enough this time around, but
Not quite.
I'm hoping you'll look to compete again for an eventual next year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll be able to have a even better showing then, with another year under your belt of tooting.
I'm not sure like can be a better showing than tiebreaker in grand finals, but
Yeah, in terms of the entertainment value, yeah, I think you guys have peaked. That's probably true.
yeah. Basically
Yeah,
a repeat of our last match too.
yeah. I mean, I was saying it all the way through, like, it's looking like it's gonna be the same thing a lot of. I did not believe it. I didn't think like fate would
Me
allow
neither.
us to have two such great matches back to back, but we did get it. Sadly, Electro, very, very clutch on that last tiebreaker too. Just made
Definitely.
made it really hard
Even
for
if
you
I
to come
would have
back.
won, even if I did win it, I'd have to do the exact same thing again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kind of honest. I
That's true.
was like kind of rooting for Electro at the end there. I am.
So was I, honestly.
Yeah, okay. I was like probably the only player who isn't rooting for Electro going into tiebreakers is Albert, but then like getting to know that yeah, it's gonna be a total bracket reset. I was like, yeah, maybe not actually,
Total
but
bracket reset at 1:20 a.m. in the morning.
yeah,
Oops. Is that the time over there?
yeah.
That's my
Me
time,
and me and Albert both sitting in the same time zone. Both would have been totally tired at the end of that, but oh well, we're not getting to see that. I would have been probably very hype as well, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure
It's
Electro would
fine.
have the
Electro did great.
advantage.
He deserves it. Electro deserves it.
It's true. That is very true. He did amazing as well. Really clutched up when it counted, Electro. But I think both of you can be happy with the showing you gave, and I'm very excited to see you compete again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Guess I'll just
Yeah,
unless
thank
you have
you.
more questions, I'll just see you next week. No, not next week. Next year for the next tournament.
Next year, yeah. See you in 1 year.
Not next week.
Exactly.
No. See you in a year.
Gonna
Yeah,
go
thank you
train for 12
for
months,
coming back.
Dragon Ball style.
Yeah.
Get stronger.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna take both the European Championships of the actual
yeah.
trombone playing and
Yeah.
and TTCC next year, I believe.
Definitely. Double whammy.
You got the fans.
Yeah,
Fans
in
in
both
chat.
parts, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, but nice talking to you. I'm happy.
Yep, you too.
Wanted to do
I'll
here.
let Electro get to it.
Sure. Yeah, we're gonna have a winners interview as well, I assume. The man of the hour. Hello. How are you doing, Electro?
Doing great. I actually can't believe it.
$700. I don't know if you guys were aware, the prize pool increased by 50% during your time playing.
That is crazy. Yeah, we were made aware of, and it made it a whole lot more nervous. But
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't be made aware of it, but fair enough. Just for
but
that
it was
reason.
great.
Yeah.
I
Full
did
transparency.
not plan to go to tiebreaker, but at least this time I was prepared, and I did play the tiebreaker, and I did practice it.
Okay. That's good to hear. Using your weeks like extra days well.
Yeah,
Glad to hear it.
exactly. Oh god, but yeah, that was crazy. I did not expect to go to tiebreaker, and it was like just so close all the time. Once again, like even some charts, like I could see like the scores swapping back and forth. It was
Oh yeah.
like the nerves. It's all about the nerves.
Mm.
But it was amazing. It was great. It was a whole lot of fun. Probably
Yeah,
the
and the
most fun I've
momentum,
had playing trombone
Nice.
champ.
Yeah, I love to hear that. A lot about the momentum, like not even just the chart in the chart themselves, but like you trading it back and forth like that, like it's not something that you'd usually see. Just by like I'm assuming like you don't have actually like 4 charts each or like 5 charts each. You're like just better at than the opponent. It comes
Yeah,
down to
and going to
much more than that, right?
tiebreaker once is kind of crazy, but going twice is fucking insane. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it only
I don't
takes
think
like
I don't think I've
one
ever
note, you know?
seen this in like a rhythm game tournament where it goes always keeps going to tiebreaker. Like a back and forth like this is kind of crazy. Oh god.
Indeed.
I hope it was entertaining. At least from our side, me and Albert were both like super excited. So
Yeah, you do not have to worry about that bit. It was everything we could have hoped for and more.
that's awesome.
Definitely. How about you, George? Do you have any questions for the winner?
Oh, I was curious actually if you were actually keeping your eye on the score as you're playing, like Albert's score, if you're just watching your own and trying to do as good as possible.
So yes, but at the same time, I think it makes me more nervous to not know where I'm standing. Like if I'm in the lead, I kind of try to lock in and then try to do even better. But uh, if I am like very very far behind, then I can kind of like relax and then not worry too much about like performing at my best. Which gives me a little bit of breathing room for the next song.
Was that
Yeah.
the strategy on Moonlight Sonata specifically? Because I was talking about that. Like it might be
Okay.
kind of chilling.
Yeah, Moonlight, I knew that playing it twice would be very difficult because even though it's like what like slightly below 3 minute chart and it's there's no break, so it's very stamina
Yeah.
heavy. So playing it once is okay, but playing it twice is very very difficult.
At that level, especially, right? Like you see, you
Exactly.
played an amazing first score at 91.4.
Oh, it was no, that
or
was a
5.
PB like
Yeah,
by far. So, but Albert also pulled up some insane scores while we are playing, like
yeah.
absolutely ridiculous scores.
True. He said he
That
PB'd on 4 of them.
94 on the HD chart, and
Yeah.
even like that Pellegrino score was like not bad. He said he choked, but that was like still a very good score to me.
Yeah. He got it back on you. You had an amazing Pellegrino run up until those
Yeah,
base
I
traps as well.
can't. That's what I said. I can't do the ending. I can do the whole chart, but then the ending,
Yep.
it's just way above my reading ability. I tried playing the chart without HD, and I managed to get like a 91. But then with HD, I dropped to like barely a 70.
Yeah, right. That's like
And
Albert's really strong suit, isn't it?
my personal best was a 68 going into that song, and
On HD,
I got a 74 at the tournament, which to me was like the best score I could wish for. But Albert still got a 76, and that score was not even good for him. So yeah, that's like
yeah.
that's the difference, right? Everyone has their kind of skill set. It's
Definitely.
insane.
It's gonna be interesting in future tournaments to see how we're gonna make those skill sets being showcased in the charts, because obviously there's a lot that goes into that, and it was pretty hard organizing that this time around, like for the first time, especially with a lot of the modifiers being very new.
Oh yeah,
like flashlight, not being really explored at all before the tournament. HD barely being explored at all.
But I think it added a lot of flavor to the tournament too.
Yeah,
Because like if you talk about players like Albert or Salen, like both extremely good players with HD, coming into the match, I knew these two songs would get picked instantly, right?
Yeah.
Like even when it was Albert versus
but yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm not sure why Albert was doubting, but it was pretty obvious to me that he was gonna pick them eventually anyway.
Yeah, that's probably true. He had a really good run on Sunshoot, so I think it makes sense from that perspective. Try to ride that one out. Like versus Hayland, I mean. So
another thing I was surprised is the two last songs that I was able to pick was Glitcher and Kanfu. But I was more confident on Glitcher at the time. But then when I started playing it, I was so nervous that it made it so hard not to just like miss random notes. And then I realized halfway through it was a bit of a mistake. So I should have definitely gone for Kenfu first. But yeah, I couldn't guess I was gonna be so nervous.
Yeah, maybe. I do think you have like showcased like a lot of what do you call it? You're really good at managing those triplets because those have been patterns in both the preceding weeks, right? With Picnic and I forget the name of the last one. Petit Brave.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think you won all of those as well, right? Against
yeah.
Albert. So I think it makes sense, and you did so well on those to clutch it out, the tiebreaker on Kangaroo. I think you missed one of the actual triplets.
Yeah, no, that was
like
a really good
insane.
run for me too. Way above what I was getting in practice, so I'm super happy about this one too.
Yeah, absolutely amazing performance from both of you, but
all right,
especially to you, of course, for clutching
thank you so much for having me. I'm gonna go take a walk to chill.
Deserved. The trombone champ's first walk.
Thanks for competing, and actually, thanks for making all the the mods that make this possible too.
True.
Pleasure's mine.
Extra special shout out to Electro for that. Not only does he take home the prize, but he also is the only person. But we could not have done any of this without Electro. So shout out.
Thank you. All right, thanks for having me again, and
congratulations again.
Thank you for the casting and everything. See ya.
See ya around.
See you.
All right. I think we are out of schedule, so unless someone else has something they really want to do on stream, I think we're gonna look to end. Thank you so much to everyone who's come to watch. I want to repeat the whole list of people to tag, but thank you to everyone who have tagged before yet again.
Yeah, what an amazing grand finals. I mean, this is getting closer than that, right? Amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see all of you next year.
Thank you.